Hello everyone! These are the early signs of flood, which first is intense rainfall, dam or levee failure, slow-moving storms especially when in the same area, hurricanes,
the rapid rise in water such as water collecting in pools. This is a sign that the ground is oversaturated with water and that flooding can occur. For example, water becoming muddier in a short period of time. In short, it is crucial for us to be aware of a flood watch or flood warning from the National Weather Service for extra precaution.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda, the Funding Deputy of ICCBN.
And hello too, my name is Marsha, I'm the Funding Director of ICCBN.
Today we're going to discuss about the differences between floods and flash floods.
So first off, flood in general is caused by rain or bad weather.
While flash flood is the result of water overflowing from a contained location like lake, river or reservoirs.
And then, flood is a generic term that can be used to explain any type of water overflow.
While flash floods are specific to broken dorms, overflowing lakes, and also clogged rivers.
Next, flood happens gradually and it takes time.
And flash floods occur swiftly and almost instantaneously.
And then flood occurs with warnings such as intense rainfall.
Whereas flash flood occurs within minutes with no warning at all.
And lastly, flooding usually occurs at a highly populated area, such as the cities of, let's say, Kuala Lumpur, because the water has limited outlet for it to pass through during rain.
Flash floods normally occurs along rivers, on coastlines, and urban areas. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vice Treasurer Lily and these are the do's during a flood. Okay, so number 1, wear suitable footwear when you come in contact with the flood water. Of course, it's best to stay away from flood water at all costs, but if you really have to go in there, make sure you wear footwear that covers the entirety of your feet. And then number 2, watch your step. Stay away from sewerage lines, drains, gutters, culverts, etc. Basically anything you could trip over or get stuck in. And number 3, do watch out for electrical sources. Stay away from electric poles, electric power lines, because the last thing you want during a flood is to get electrocuted, so stay away from those electrical sources. That's it. Thank you. Bye.
The do's. Number 1 is to move to a high ground immediately given that the flood is still shallow. Number 2 is to turn off the electrical and gas supply as they are the primary factor for combustion and electrocution. Lastly is safety first because materials and items can be salvaged later or be bought again. Thank you.
Next, remain calm and follow evacuation orders. Remember to keep your pets safe as well as stray animals, bring them inside and if possible, bring them upstairs. And lastly, beware of deadly animals such as snakes while walking in water.
Here are the do's during a flood. So number 1 is to continue to check the media for emergency information, for example from the radio and the television. Number 2 is if you must evacuate your home, take only essential items, for example first aid supplies, non-perishable food, drinking water and cash. Lastly is do drink boiled water only to evade illnesses. This is because boiling is the surest method to kill disease-causing germs, including viruses, bacteria, and parasites. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Emmeline and I'm going to talk about the don'ts during a flood. So first off, we do not walk through moving water unless advised to. But it's really dangerous to walk through moving water as there's a lot of animals, sticks that can harm your feet and it's just not really safe. So if you really have to, even not advised by the authorities, please walk with a stick as you can feel around if there's anything that you might bump into, and do not walk through moving water because you can easily fall. And when walking through water, if you really have to, please carry your kids, no matter if they can swim, if they can't. Please carry your kids as it's really harmful for them than you because they can just run around the water and trip and then if the water's at a high level they can eventually drown. Next is to not return home unless advised by the authorities. This is because we still don't know if it's like safe enough if the authorities haven't checked, or if it's like safe in the waters, or even like even though the rain has stopped, we might not know if it actually stopped or there will still be more rain. Next is to not use any electrical goods after the flood before getting them checked. This is like the most crucial thing, as like if you use flood infused electricals, it can like cause a fire, an explosion, we don't know. So please get them checked before using it. And lastly is to not eat food that has been in water. It's like a common sense to not eat food that has been contaminated. So there's really not much to explain that. So yeah, that's all from me. Bye!
Hi, I'm Anissa, and here are a few don'ts during flood. Okay, so number 1 is do not drive into flooded areas. And if you come to a situation where the water rises around your car, quickly abandon the car and move away from the car and get to higher ground if you can. If not, you and the car can be swept away. Okay, so secondly is do not touch any electrical equipment if it's wet, because you can get shocked by it and it's not good for you, like you can get injured or whatever. Okay, so third is do not use any toilet or tap water if the water lines or sewage lines are damaged. Okay, so lastly is do not drink any tap water until advised by the health department that the water is safe to drink. That's all. Thank you.
These are a few don'ts during flood. First of all, do not leave your home or go to a flood-prone area during a flood forecast. Once you've heard about a flood forecast on the news or social media, try to put yourself at safety as best as you can. Secondly, do not ignore messages, advices, or instructions by the government or local municipal bodies once you've heard about a flood forecast. Make sure to put yourself, again, at safety as best as you could and according to the safety guidelines that are given by the government. Thirdly, do not leave or keep any of your valuables at home, as you will evacuate to a safety place, or a safety team will come and pick you up and go to a flood shelter that is safe from flood. So make sure to bring all your valuables along that are really, really important. So make sure that nothing will be gone and all the important documents are with you. And lastly, do not litter garbage or anything that could possibly block the drain, because this will worsen the flood condition and it will put everybody's health at risk. So try your best to not litter, and plus this is a common knowledge, so you shouldn't be littering, especially during flood, as it will worsen the condition even more than we want it to be. So yeah, those are the few don'ts that you should be doing during floods.
For flood relief victims, you can donate to Emirate, MyCare, Global Peace Mission, Mercy Malaysia, or even Sink Inside.
A few organizations you can donate to for flood relief include the Malaysian Red Crescent Society, or Persatuan Bulan Sabit Merah Malaysia, who is helping to raise funds to help the affected flood victims around Selangor, including those in Kelang, Shah Alam, and Hulu Langat. You can also donate to Mahasiswa Keadilan Malaysia, who is also helping to raise funds for flood victims in Shah Alam and Kelang, and also looking for water jets to be borrowed for post-flood cleanups. You can also donate to Malaysian Relief Agency, or the MRA, which is a humanitarian organization in Malaysia with a primary objective of assisting those affected by natural disasters. They want us to unite and extend assistance to those affected by the floods via monetary donations. The Hope Branch is also a good organization to donate to, who are looking for monetary aid to compel necessities like dental hygiene kits, face masks, sanitizers, clean water, dry food, blankets, and diapers to donate those in Hulu Langat and Shah Alam. MUDA is also a great organization to donate to. MUDA stands for the Malaysian United Democratic Alliance, and they are looking for volunteers to help in the post-flood cleanup as well as food and cash aid delivery to victims in Selangor and KL.
One way we can help out flood victims is, of course, by donating. This includes hygiene products such as toothbrushes, body wash, sanitary pads, diapers, or anything else that is necessary. Also, dry and easy access foods such as biscuits, bread, and yogurt. Also, school supplies such as revision books, notebooks, and of course, stationery. And of course, the most common way of donating is through money and also clothes. Another way that we could help out flood victims is by doing volunteer work, such as cleaning up the aftermath of the flood, finding sources on where to donate, taking care of the younger children, and taking care of the stranded animals as well really helps out. And lastly is to find out sources and anywhere that you can help out.
Hello. So it's been proven by the flood victims that the supplies needed and the supplies that have been recommended to use to clean up after a flood mess are a water jet or a water hose that has a strong water pressure, and this is so that you can clean up the area faster. Rubber boots and gloves so you get no blisters, and also for your own safety. Rubbish bags, the strong kind, the one that don't rip easily to throw away rubbish. Air freshener, or you can just like cut things up to get rid of the smell. And water shovel or penyedot air, so you can the water quicker. If you cannot afford to help anyone financially or physically, you can always keep the flood victims in your prayers. Bye.